time for another player comparison video, and I'm sure this one is going to be pretty tough as well. We have, two legends of the Premier League. I mean, Scholes needs no introduction, but De Bruyne is now leaving Manchester City, and we can boldly say anybody would be wrong not to call him a legend. He is a
Yeah.
legend for City and for the Premier League as well. So it seems right and it seems fitting to now compare both players in any regard. So starting off, Victor, without wasting much time, Scholes, Manchester United legend and Premier League legend. De Bruyne, Manchester City legend and Premier League legend. Who was the better player in your opinion and why?
Hmm. Okay, Scholes' all-round game was just out of this world. His football intelligence was unparalleled, I feel. Sure, if we look at it based on attacking stats and the eye test, which is always the subjective thing, De Bruyne is probably the best midfielder to ever play in the Prem. However, overall, his eye for detail, I mean, Scholes, his eye for detail, his ability to analyze attacking and defending situations equally well and just as quickly, it's a no-brainer to me. I'm going with Scholes.
Wow, that's a tough one. Victor's siding with the Manchester United player. Wow, the world is coming to an end. So moving on over to you, Max. Who do you think was more impactful for their club?
Oh, this one's pretty tough actually, because both of them were key players for their teams at the moment. They were building the team, especially for De Bruyne at the moment. He was like, when Pep came in, he was the only player that was showing a world class that Guardiola wanted to see, and both won a lot of trophies with teams. But probably, okay, at least at the middle of their career at teams, you could replace De Bruyne at the moment at City because you always have a lot of money, and there were some players that can bring world class to the team, but not about Paul Scholes. He was like a complete legend for the team, and he was like the game builder everywhere. So probably I'll go with Scholes at this.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
I
I
think
was so afraid of your answer here, because I thought you were gonna go with De Bruyne.
It's actually a very close one, but I just slightly agree with the point that Max made. Even if you were to remove De Bruyne, even as to speak, City had enough money to throw around, and they would get someone
Yeah.
that would give them close to what De Bruyne would give. But even if you had that much money, as at Paul Scholes' time, I don't think you would find anybody that would give you what he would give you at that time. So yeah, I would agree
The
with that slightly.
longevity, if you think about just the longevity, 20 years and almost
Exactly.
always be one of the first names on the team sheet. That's just bonkers. And this was prime United. This wasn't today's sorry excuse for a club. And the 11 Prem titles, that's
Yeah,
ah,
yeah, it goes for me too. And
yeah.
Victor, who was more of a joy to watch on and off the ball?
On the ball, clearly De Bruyne. Don't get me wrong, Scholes could ping
Yeah.
passes with the best of them. His range was great, but the way De Bruyne orchestrated Man City to glory with his passing was just a privilege to watch. Off the ball, I probably need to give it to Scholes, but yeah, it's still close even off the ball. But Scholes was never afraid to get down and dirty. He always put the team first and all that. So this one, I give it to both of them.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I think I agree with that analysis as well. And moving on, Max, who would you rather have in your team if you were a manager, Paul Scholes or De Bruyne?
I mean, speaking about their peak, I'll probably have to go with De Bruyne actually, because it was like so nice to see him making like the in- incredible seasons with like 20 goals, 20 assists. He was doing insane stuff, I'd say, and also for the national team as well. Maybe I'm a bit biased because I root for like Belgian national team, so probably it can also affect me a bit. But he was the main player for both teams, and he was showing insane things. So I'll probably go with him in his prime.
Yeah. Victor, who would you rather have in your team?
You pointed it out as well. I'm a Liverpool fan, and as much as I'm like painfully aware of Scholes being a United player, I'm leaning towards him. This was genuinely one of my favorite players in the 2000s. Definitely in my top three midfielders, maybe even like top five overall. If I were a manager, I think both him and De Bruyne would be starting games for me as long as they have a pulse. But I would probably trust Scholes like 5% more.
Mm, yeah, fair point. Fair point. And just on a final note, Max, which player's quality is more suited for modern day football? Of course, De Bruyne, is only just leaving the Premier League, so we can still look at him with that recency bias. But comparing their styles of play, who do you think would have, been more suited for today's football?
I mean, even when he's quite old already, I can say that. But I feel like he's still a highest tier player. If he really joins Napoli at the moment, he can improve them a lot. And if you bring in him mostly in any team, he'll prove it. While Scholes, at the end of career, he wasn't as shiny as he was in his prime. So I'd probably say that overall skill wise at the moment for the world class team, De Bruyne would fit a lot. A bit more.
Victor, your opinion on that?
Well, I need to disagree. I'm sorry. First of all, let's put it this way: Scholes was never the flashy one anyway.
Yeah.
Not even in his prime, he was never the one to play the piano. He was the one to carry it. I feel like De Bruyne, sure, he's been playing in the Prem more recently, but you could see that his legs were gone in the last campaign. Both of them in their prime walk into absolutely any starting 11 in the Prem. Any. United, City, Liverpool, Arsenal, you name it. Personally, I think Scholes could rock up today in his retired for over a decade condition and still put on a passing clinic. I really cannot say about one of them that they wouldn't be suited for today's football. There's always room for a Scholes and there's always room for a De Bruyne.
Yeah, fair enough. I also think there would have been room for, both of them. But I don't know, this modern day football, we sort of have a bias towards the flashy guys, and
Yeah.
some people will be leaning towards De Bruyne. But if you look at someone who would give you more balance in both aspects of attacking and defense, I mean, I would go with Scholes. Anyways, but we've actually come to the end of this video, and I like the fact that there is really no clear conclusive answer. I mean, you could, even for the ones where we picked Scholes or De Bruyne, you could still make a case for the other player, and that is just the quality of some of these players that we've seen in the Premier League. And we would like our viewers to probably help us more and join the conversation below. Scholes and De Bruyne, who was the better player? Who had more impact for their club, and who is more suited for the modern day football? We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to see what you guys think, and we'll come back, of course, with more exciting player comparison videos.